All right. Camera is semi-working.
It looks crooked to me.
Should I fix it?
It's a little
Nah,
crooked.
it's fine.
It's not a big deal. It's a big deal, actually.
It is a little crooked.
There?
Still a little crooked. A little more that way.
Which way? That way?
No.
This way.
Barely, just barely. Oh.
There?
That's good, that's
it's
better.
Good. It's good enough.
Yeah, that's good. Should we start over?
No, we're fine.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Weird Beards podcast. Dominic Preston as usual, and today we got a special guest, Ben Walters.
Yeah.
Good to have you on. You got to hold the mic up. That's a
Oh, sorry.
mic.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Good.
You know, Ben, I'm really glad that you decided to grow out a little bit of a neck beard for
Yeah.
the episode
Yeah.
today.
I did
because
it for sure. For
I
this.
mean,
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't have a weird beard.
No.
And that's something that we really pride ourselves on in this podcast is weird beards. So
So
I
it out if you
I
ever
did it
wanna be
just
on
for
this
you
guy.
guys. I promise.
yeah, I'm really happy about
I thought
it.
about shaving it last night, and I was like, oh, wait. Weird beards. I
yeah,
gotta keep this.
gotta keep it. Gotta keep it for the weird
well,
beards.
cool. Man, we're happy to have you on. It was awesome when Preston came over last week. And he let me know, like, hey, dude, Ben watched the podcast. He was super excited. And he said, hey, if you guys need any sort of help. And at first he made it seem like, yeah, Ben just wants to be our sound guy. And I was like, I don't know if we need a sound guy.
I'd be down to be a sound guy, too. But yeah, this is even better. It's
Sweet,
an
dude.
upgrade. It's an
Cool.
upgrade for sure.
Well, what do we want to get into first?
Yeah, I think. Well, do we want to get into favorites first, or do we want to talk about a couple other things first, movie wise, or?
Let's do the three favorite movies. We can get that out of the way really
Okay,
quick.
let's
go
do it.
first.
Let's go. You got it, Dominic.
Me first?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So first,
Dominic's, his opinions are the most important on the
They are.
podcast.
okay,
Yeah.
thank you. I appreciate it. So
Yeah.
we're using all of my equipment, so you're probably right.
Yeah.
No, dude,
And we're at your place.
Yeah.
I think first, like, favorite movie for me it's got to be Godfather Part 2.
Okay.
So
I've never
good.
seen that.
What?
I'm surprised because you're a movie connoisseur.
See, I like to pride myself in my opinions and like critiques to movies. That's my all-time favorite movie. Because like the first one's good, but the second one is where like Francis Ford Coppola really steps into like the producer-director role and just perfects that movie so good.
I've heard it's awesome. And
It's-
it's on my radar. Because, of course, I mean,
If you're gonna watch classic
who's
movies,
not going to watch that if
Exactly.
you're into movies?
Exactly. I think second would have to be, I don't know, I think probably Forrest Gump, dude.
Okay.
See,
Good
that's
movie.
a good one.
Yeah.
I watched that.
I haven't seen it for years. But
I watched that one last night because it's free on Prime right now.
Oh,
I like
okay.
almost cried. It was so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Was that your first time seeing it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I'm not gonna make the judgment of second favorite movie.
I think I watched it last night. It's my second favorite ever.
Seen.
No, that one was really good. And I think third, I don't know. I haven't thought about my favorites list in a long time.
Yeah.
Gosh, I don't know. What's something that I watched recently? I'm trying
I
to
don't
think.
know, man.
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
Number
Yeah,
three.
number three is
Number
also
two and
Forrest
three.
Gump.
2 and 3.
Oh gosh, probably I don't know. American History X is also really good. That's a
Never
dark
seen it.
freaking movie.
I've never heard of that.
So it's with Edward Norton. Do you guys know who he is at least, right?
Fight Club.
Yeah, exactly. Fight Club. He also played
Hulk.
Hulk.
Oh.
And it's one of his earlier roles, and when he like started getting his like fame
Yeah.
and also Fight Club. And it's just it's a dark movie.
Huh.
It's like he's like a neo-Nazi who goes to prison and like reforms how he thinks and sees life.
Yeah.
And it's just super dark, super crazy movie. That's also a good one, but it's probably at a tie with that and American Gangster with Denzel Washington.
Huh.
That one's also super good. See, I like to
I've
watch
never seen
these.
it.
I've
They're
never
both
seen that one
really
either.
good movies. You guys have to check them out, but
Okay.
that's probably my list.
Speaking of American Gangster, it's another movie that has American in the title. Have you ever seen American Psycho?
Dude, that's a whack-ass movie.
Dude, that movie's crazy.
So
I watched that
weird.
for the first time like a couple months ago.
I've never seen it.
That is one
'Cause it
of
was on
Christian
Netflix.
Bale's best roles.
You think so? I think he did really good
So
at it.
good. Like, he's so convincing as an insane dude. That's
Well,
kinda
maybe
a
he
twist,
is.
but-
I think, well, have you guys seen, I heard the tape of him on the Terminator Salvation set where he's like screaming at a extra because they made a little noise in the background?
No.
Shut the f God!" Like just screaming at this extra.
That's
Like,
crazy.
freaking out. And then I think he made like a public apology about it afterwards. But like he was flipping his shit on this
That's
poor guy.
Dang.
Like it was so funny.
That's crazy.
But yeah, he's probably a really crazy guy. But
Yeah,
no, dude, American Psycho. That's a whack movie.
dude, that movie's crazy. You gotta watch.
I tried
Don't
looking
watch
up
that
like
with your wife though.
Yeah.
yeah, we've talked about
We've
like
talked about that.
we've
yeah.
talked about like movies that you don't watch with your wife.
Yeah. My wife saw me watching that movie and she's like, "Who are you? Are you like, gonna kill me?" I'm like, "No, I swear. it's a good movie."
Dude, it's so weird. Like I tried looking up the ending of that movie and what it meant.
Oh, dude.
Everyone was like, "Yeah, I have no
It
idea."
doesn't matter.
It doesn't
It's-
matter.
It's
Yeah.
whatever you think.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah, because the
Gosh.
whole movie could be him in his imagination.
Like hallucinating.
But
yeah.
part of it could be real, part of it could be hallucinating. It's weird.
It's a
very
wild
weird.
movie.
Dang, I gotta watch
It's
it.
a roller coaster, dude.
It sounds crazy.
It's nuts. All right, Preston, you're up.
Okay, sounds good. So number one, well, these are in no order. Okay,
Okay, so these are just your three favorites.
3 favorites,
Okay.
and I'm gonna just pick my favorite cult classic, Hot Rod.
Oh, that's a good one.
Such a good movie, and
Oh.
and it's funny because I remember we used to watch that all the time. I mean, Ben and I especially, we would have marathons where we'd watch Hot Rod every day of the week, or like Hot Rod over and over and over again with different people, or just with us, or
Yeah.
like and we had the thing memorized.
like
I
that's-
still do.
That's the perfect movie to like watch, laugh at, but also have a conversation in between as
Yeah.
well.
Exactly, because you've
That's
already
the
seen it a
perfect
million
movie, yeah.
times.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good answer. Good
That's-
answer.
that's
good
your number
answer.
one?
Yeah.
It's your number one or your number three?
That's just general.
I'm just saying in general, yeah.
Oh,
and
okay.
and for my next ones, you guys are gonna make fun of me. Dominic's gonna make fun of me
Oh,
for sure.
for sure.
So I love the Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Okay.
If you say The Hobbit, as one
I
of your
swear,
I'm not
I
gonna
knew
say
you
The
going there.
Hobbit.
I'll kill him.
No, but I'm gonna make a cop out answer and say the Lord of the Rings trilogy because I don't know if I
Okay.
can narrow it down to just one of them. You know what I mean?
I'll take that because they're all one story.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
And they were meant to be one book
But-
originally.
Extended
Really?
edition only.
dude. See?
Because that's all that we watch.
Oh,
man.
what are you talking about? The extended editions are so good.
I love the extended, but theatricals are so good for the time they had to. I mean, because a theatrical version obviously has to fit in a certain run
Right.
time, and for what they had theatrically, that is such a good telling of
Yeah.
the story.
Oh,
You
yeah.
get all the
It's
information
true.
you need. You get some really cool fan service stuff in the extended.
Yeah.
And it does deliver a little bit more background to some of the
For sure.
events. But the theatricals are so impressive to me, and if I'm just looking for a casual time, I'll turn the theatricals on.
That's true. I guess I would do that as well, but
Yeah.
the extended editions are so good. I remember I got the box set for the extended edition Lord of the Rings, and it was like the thick box. Back when they did like the DVDs,
The
and there
thick
were like
boys.
6 DVDs, you
Yeah.
know, because like 3 of them were the actual extended movie,
Yeah.
and then 3 of them were like extra features.
Dude, we had the extended edition on VHS.
no way,
Yeah.
dude. I bet it took up a whole bookshelf.
Dude, it was nuts. I think it was like 3 tapes to the third one because the third one's the longest.
Yeah.
I think there was like literally like 3 tapes to the
That's
Dude,
crazy.
that's sick. I remember one time I was watching the bonus features of one of them. I don't know what. There was like an entire 3 weeks after I got it. It was in the summer that I don't think I got up from watching it in my room, and I would just only get up to switch the DVDs, right?
Jeez.
And I would watch these bonus features, and I fell asleep on this giant beanbag in my room, and I had this dream where like Gimli was fighting Gandalf, and then Legolas came in, and it was like the sickest dream I've ever had.
That's
It was
awesome.
so sick.
That reminds me of my summer, like I think it was like my second season of Lagoon.
Yeah.
Okay, and there was just 1 week in the summer where I would only get up, go get junk from Walmart,
Yeah.
come back after like this was after work, go home, play some video games, get up, go get junk from Walmart, come back, play more video games.
Yeah.
This is like a whole week straight of doing that shit.
Dude, those summers at Lagoon were so legendary.
So
They were
fun.
the
We all
worst and
three
the
worked
best.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Ben also worked there. So Ben, we went to junior high with Ben, and he worked with
Yeah.
at Lagoon with us.
And I was that story when you got fired in the car.
Yeah.
I was in the car too.
Yes,
All
Ben
three of
was
us were
also in the car. Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
It was amazing.
legendary. Sorry, I just had to. I had to put myself in that legend.
I can't.
I was part of it. Okay. I was there.
I was there. I promise. I swear to God.
saw it happen.
No, like, dude, that was probably like the most humiliating, but also like the most legendary story of my life.
I tell that story to this day. I told my wife like a couple weeks ago, right before, and we were listening to the podcast, and she's like, "You told me this story, didn't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah,
I was there. I promise I was there.
I swear."
Oh, that's awesome.
Because like not everyone can say like, yeah, I got fired in front of two of my closest friends. Like,
That's
no
true.
one can say that
Yeah.
except for me.
Yeah.
Dude.
In the car
Yeah,
on the way home from work.
We weren't even out of the parking lot.
No, dude.
Dude, I remember the rest of that car ride was so awkward.
Yeah.
Because I was fucking lit.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was so angry.
And Ben and I were both just like,
I'm
what
going to drive
just
this off the
happened?
freeway right now.
Like, what just happened? Oh my
That's
gosh,
crazy.
so funny.
It's crazy. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, I keep.
Anyways, movies. Let's go back to
No,
your,
you're
to your
good, you're
list.
good.
So you got Hot Rod, Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Yeah, and for my last one, I'm gonna have to say, oh, it's so hard for me. I'm gonna have to go with the classic on this one too, and I'm not gonna say the entire Star Wars original trilogy.
Is it A New Hope or Return of the Jedi?
A New Hope.
Okay. Because
I
I was going to
love
say, no
that
one
one.
names Empire Strikes Back as their favorite. Because it was
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
But it wasn't like over the top amazing.
yeah.
Did I just offend you?
What do you
Very
think, Ben?
Like Ben was like, that was my number one
No, I
pick,
just.
dick.
No, that's not it. It's just. I've never heard anyone say that. Because
Really?
everyone I talk to is like, Empire Strikes Back is the best movie of all time ever.
Really?
That's just maybe we run with different groups, I guess. But, I mean, that's just weird that you said that.
Well, because I mean, I guess myself personally, because I've talked to a ton of people that are like, yeah, Empire Strikes Back was good, but I would prefer these two more.
Huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I like A New
That's weird.
Hope because it's
They're
like
all good.
the beginning
yeah.
of the story. You
Yeah.
know, it's like where it all happened and where it all
Yeah.
came from. So that's why I just love it.
I gotta switch out my number 3 pick though. I was just thinking about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch out American Gangster or American History X for Goodfellas. That is one of my favorite
I
movies.
still haven't seen
Goodfellas.
that.
That is a good movie. Like it's like one of Martin Scorsese's like first movies, I think. No, it's not. But it's one of his earlier movies. So it's kind of weird how they do the editing and stuff for it.
Yeah.
But it's good. It is like solid storyline, true story. Like it's really good.
Have you seen The Irishman?
Dude, loved it.
I haven't seen it.
It's 3 hours long.
Yeah.
And people were like,
Why would you ever watch a movie that long?
or yeah, Mr. Extended Edition.
I watch The Return of the King extended every night.
It's all I do.
4 hours of my day.
It's true. It's all I do. I come home from work. I turn on.
Your poor wife. But no, like it was like The Irishman's super good too. I wouldn't put that in my top because they're all getting old. Like the action's just not there because
Yeah.
they're all so old
That
in
makes
that movie.
sense.
Like Joe Pesci and Robert De Niro are still probably two of the greatest actors of all time.
Yeah.
But they're just so old now to where there were action sequences with Robert De Niro like, dude, oh, did he break a hip in that scene?
Yeah.
Like it's just so bad.
Like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull when Indiana Jones is running.
Yeah.
Like that,
You
you
can
can see
or
that
like
he's got like
Star
hip
Wars Episode
dysplasia.
7 when he's trying to run. It's like,
Yeah.
Just sit him down, get an
just
extra
retire,
in there.
man.
Yeah.
But no, like it's a good movie. It's long, and the story, and I love the story behind it, like Jimmy Hoffa and everything. I love that. But a lot of people were surprised it didn't win the Oscars. I'm honestly not. I didn't think it was amazing enough for the Oscars, to be honest. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was Oscar worthy though.
Yeah.
All right, Ben, lay it down.
Yeah,
What's
come
your
on, let's
3
do it.
favorites, man?
I usually movies are too hard for me.
See, I'm right there with
They're
you.
too hard. Like with
Yeah.
music, I can do it. With video games, I can do it. But man, movies. I really want to say 1, 2, and 3 are Star Wars Episode 4, Star Wars Episode 5, and Star Wars Episode 6.
I mean, I'm not gonna judge the list because those are all 3 really good movies.
Now,
True.
from like a filmmaking perspective,
Uh-huh.
all 3 of them were great films, but I
Yeah.
still feel like it just depends on what you're looking at. If it's my favorite thing to watch, or if it's the greatest movie ever made, because there's there's different layers to it.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
that makes sense.
You can't just go based off of like.
Because there's some movies have great cinematography, but an awful script.
See, that's the thing. I
Star
based
Wars
off.
Episode 8.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole. You mean all 3 of the new sequels is what you're talking about, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They have great cinematography, but it's like,
The story.
where's the
doesn't
story?
make
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
So,
I base all of my movies like my favorite would be like script for sure, and script, character development, and like how it makes me feel in the
Yeah.
movie. Like if I can feel like I'm there in that movie, that's hands down like one of my favorite movies.
Oh, that's sick.
Like that's how I judge the movies.
yeah.
Interesting, because I think that my list is mostly like based on how I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or how the movie makes me feel, and it's almost like the memories that it brings up too, because I have such great memories of watching like Hot Rod with my buddies, you know
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I mean, over the years, and
And
I
think
guess that's probably
like,
mine.
If I'm going off comedy, that's probably my favorite.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
so
It's just
funny,
so
dude.
It's just
We
so
should turn it on right
it's-
now. Mid podcast.
just put the camera up there, and the mic's up against
Oh,
the
this is
TV.
the part.
like if like because it's just such a wild, wacky movie, but it's so well done.
Yeah.
It is.
Like
It is.
it's a really good movie.
Yeah, so I just can't give you a straight answer, but I'd say Star Wars Episode 4 is my favorite movie of all time.
Okay.
I love the Lord of the Rings movies. The third Indiana Jones, The Last Crusade.
So
It's a
sick.
That's a
classic.
good one too.
So
And
Oh yeah.
I'm going to put one more out there that not a lot of people have seen,
Uh-huh.
and it's kind of hard to watch because it's very old. It's Steven Spielberg's, I believe it's his first movie. It's one of his first. It's Strange Encounters of the Third Kind.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's so slow and but
It's very
so
slow
cool.
development, but so good.
And the aliens communicate with music, and it's a John Williams score, so there's one scene where they are making first contact with the aliens, and the music goes crazy. And the way I describe that song is, it's an elephant and a mouse dancing.
Yeah.
Like the
That's very
elephant
interesting.
trying to
Yeah, I like
smash
that.
a mouse. And if you listen to the song, it's called Strange Noises, something like that. But you would know the scene when you saw it. But man,
That's a very like it's an interesting pick for a favorite movie, but I can see that.
it's
Yeah.
so
because
cool.
that's a good one.
It's such a good movie.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, those are just 3 movies I really like.
Well, I mean,
They
Ben,
might not be my favorites tomorrow. So
you've always been a music guy,
Oh, yeah.
right? Like he judges movies off of the film score. I remember when we went and saw like The Hobbit, right?
Just awful.
Okay, I get
they're
it.
not awful
But
movies,
the
they're not the
music
greatest.
Yeah.
was sick. And I remember like watching it, and we went and saw it, and when we first saw it, we had like that movie theater adrenaline going, right? Where you
'cause
see a
it's The
movie and
Hobbit.
you're like, wow, that was a cool movie.
I was waiting for The Hobbit forever, man.
I know. And I remember we saw it at midnight, and then we went and saw it again that same day.
Jesus.
And I remember, I think for like about half of it, I would look over and Ben just closing his eyes. Maybe
Can't
because he
watch
stayed up till midnight.
Where the movies just
Or
sucks and he's just like the music's better. Like,
Maybe because he was just listening to the music, man.
Yeah.
And I think you've done that at a lot of movies that we've seen, where
Yeah.
you just like close your eyes and you can just listen to the music
I
and
love
almost
it.
feel
Yeah.
like where it is.
If
That's
you
always
close your
been your
eyes,
thing.
I mean, it's the senses. It's usually when I'm watching the movie a second or third time that I'll
Right.
do stuff like that. But your senses are heightened. So there's so much work that goes into movies, like sound editing wise, not just music. But when you watch a movie like Saving Private Ryan
Uh-huh.
and you close your eyes, some of the sound effects they have are just absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Like how did they do that?
I like watching those videos every once in a while, like scroll through on like Facebook. You see those guys that like are sound designers and they use like
Yeah.
the weirdest sounds, like a dude like breaking lettuce to like
Yep.
emphasize like a punching sound.
Yep.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just so cool.
It's amazing.
I love that.
It's amazing.
I think that's such a
Oh.
cool job.
That is so cool. And
What do you think he does like when he goes to the grocery store for that kind of shit? Like he just buys like there's lettuce, there's also like rope and stuff, like 2 weirdest like combinations. What do you think
the
people think?
checkout guy's like, what are you doing with this?
Making a rope salad? No, mind your business.
Or he goes through like the grocery store and he starts breaking things to make sounds. And they're like,
Oh,
you
he
can't do
doesn't-
that.
he doesn't have to buy it.
Stop breaking my stuff.
Starts like grilling steaks in there, so you have to buy it either. No, it's for sound. I promise. I'm not gonna use
It's just
these.
for sound stuff. I don't need to buy it.
That's pretty
Oh
good.
man. Okay, so I want to tell some stories really quick.
Okay, go.
So Fizz in Kaysville.
Okay.
Dude, that was the spot in high
Yeah,
school. That was
it
the
was
spot
poppin'.
in high school.
Okay, and for those of you that don't know, Fizz is a place where
It's
you
like a
can
dirty
get
drink place. Yeah.
sodas that have all kinds of flavors and stuff in them.
Yeah. So you know, so it's connected with Beto's, right?
Yes.
You know, the little gap above Beto, like, you know, between the walls
Yeah.
that they've boarded up since.
Yeah.
And my buddies are the reason why.
He's told me this.
I've told you this.
dude.
Yeah, legit. So you go into Fizz, and there used to be a little gap in, you know, between the walls, because it was just a temporary wall that they put up to separate the two stores.
Yep.
Yeah.
And one of my buddies, I'm not gonna put him on blast either. I'm just gonna tell the story because it's hilarious as hell. We were walking out, and he's like, "Hey, dude, watch this." And he's got a full drink.
No.
Hucks it over the wall into Beto's, dude. And you just hear the crash, and I look over, and he's gone. Like, he is out of the store. And like, what an asshole! But dude, that was so funny.
Oh my.
Oh my, it was the best, dude. And then like there was one time one of you guys might have been there. I don't remember. But we crammed like 8 guys into the Beto's and Fizz bathroom.
No, I was not
I was
there.
not
You
there.
guys were there?
I would
But
remember
tell
this.
us.
That bathroom stinks, by the way.
Oh, it was awful.
Oh.
We, like, crammed like 8 guys in there, and one of them just like pulls out pixie sticks and like, dude, let's just snort these. We're like, that's what we're in this bathroom to do. We can't just go. we can't do this out there. So like, yeah, we all just like knuckle full of. Dude, that shit hurt. That was the worst.
I knew some guys who would grind up Smarties in high school and snort them.
Yeah.
And they would like always get bloody noses, and they'd be like, and it would be hilarious when they did it, but like, why would you do it?
There was
Like,
no.
do you get high off of
There's
Smarties?
no, absolutely not. There's no like definitive answer that I can give you other than like, well, it was cool. It was in front of my friends. Like that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, man. The things that we do for attention.
Yeah, especially
Dumb.
Preston.
Dude, and then another Fizz story. The same kid that hucked the drink over, right?
That's so funny. I forgot about that story.
We're sitting at the corner booth, the big booth, right? And there's
Yeah.
like 12 of us.
Yeah.
Like, we're all chilling there, right? And there's this one kid that we all picked on. Like, he's still a really good friend of ours. We all just picked on him at once. Like, he was just like our punching bag.
Uh-huh.
And every group has that kid, right? Like, everyone has that. Ben. But he's sitting there with his drink. I'm just looking at it. I'm like, boom! I like jam my thumb into his lid, and it breaks through. And he's like, dude, what the hell? And the same kid that hucked the drink over took a straw and jammed it into his drink, blew out the bottom of his drink, and there was
Oh my
drink.
God.
But there was food from Beto's. There was Fizz everywhere.
Oh.
It was so bad. And I have a picture of it. I think I'll post it on the video
Yeah.
of what happened afterwards, like the aftermath. It was
Oh
just
my gosh.
nasty. It was a mayhem.
It's like a river of Mexican food and soda all blended together. Probably looked like throw up.
and tears because I think he was crying at
tears
that
and
point.
blood and
Dude, Fizz had like, that was the spot in high
Oh
school.
my gosh,
that was
dude.
so much fun to hang out there.
I would go for it with so many girls at Fizz.
Oh, yeah.
That would be my like.
well, it's the place to go,
Afternoon thing.
right? And here's my thing. I got it down, the dating process,
At
okay?
Fizz?
Well, Fizz or ice cream or whatever you want to do, okay? Here's what you do. You ask a girl out, right?
Okay.
And you ask her to go out at like 3 o'clock, okay? Because if you ask her to go out at like 6, she's going to assume you're going to feed her, right? Or going to get dinner
Oh,
or
okay.
something, okay? 3 o'clock, no assumption is made, right? You're just chilling. You go to like Fizz or something. If you hit it off and it goes great, sure, go get dinner or whatever, or go hang out afterwards. If it doesn't go great, it can be as short as 20 minutes and you're like, all right, I got to go, you know?
Yeah.
And then you don't have to spend a whole ton of money. It's like $3. It's awesome.
That's actually not a bad idea. I mean, we're all in relationships and married now. But
That's true. I'm married now, and
you say that like,
that
oh,
process
dang.
really worked for me. So.
We're all like married now. We can't use this. Everyone else who listens to is like, what? My mom, your mom.
Yeah.
Everyone else.
Mom, if you're hearing this,
That's a good way to.
It's a great-
speed date. So, well, cool. All right,
I got a story for you.
what we got?
tell your story, Ben.
It's a story that you were a part of.
Are we okay? This is what we were talking about earlier, and I still don't remember this.
No, it's not that one.
It's not.
I can do that one too, but your stories at Fizz reminded me of this. It's not,
Okay.
it's
And
not
I'm
the
in this
greatest
one?
story. Yeah,
Okay.
but one day you're like, Ben, come chill with us. I'm like, all right, whatever. Because we had a period of time where we started
We hung
chilling
out
a
quite
lot
a bit,
after
yeah.
high school. But you guys came and picked me up at my house, and you're like, so we're gonna go to McDonald's, and we're gonna get some trays.
Oh hell yeah! I remember this, dude. All right,
And
go
I'm
for
like-
it. Sorry.
I'm like, what? And you're like, yeah, we're gonna go get some trays from McDonald's. I'm like, how? Do they sell them? And we totally bought them. We did not steal the trays.
Yeah. Okay.
So we got 4. We probably got 6 just in case, because I know we broke a few. But we got 4 trays, and I think it was what was it? A 4Runner? Was that Nathan's car? I can't remember.
He's got a
what car.
Tahoe.
It was a Tahoe. It was in
Yeah,
his
he's got
Tahoe.
his Tahoe.
Dude,
Yeah.
the ultimate mob mobile.
Yeah.
That was so much fun to mob around that car.
We were in his Tahoe, and we go to this church on Angel Street. What's it, Angel Street?
Yeah. Down here in
Angel Street in West Kaysville. And we pull into the parking lot, and I still don't know what's going on. We just got 6 trays from McDonald's. And they're like,
What are we doing
I
over
kept
here,
asking them,
guys?
and they're like, you'll see. Trust me. So then we get out of the car in the parking lot, and we put the trays in front of the tires, and someone slowly drives onto the trays.
Yeah.
And then
You do some drifting in these
everyone
trays,
gets in
bro.
the car, and you start slamming on the gas, and
Dude,
you're
it
on
was
trays, so
fun
you
as
slide
hell.
around and do all these donuts, and you don't need snow. You just drift all over the
Yeah.
place with.
What?
That, you know the funniest thing is Nathan's car is rear wheel drive. I don't know why we did this with Nathan's car. We
Yeah,
could have
I
done
remember
donuts.
that. We
Yeah.
talked about that after.
I don't know why we did it with Nathan's car. It's a rear wheel drive. We can easily do donuts in that
Yeah.
car. But we put the we put the trays on there anyways. It was fun as hell.
Yeah, it was a fun.
What? How does that even
Dude.
work?
Dude, it's so fun. I think we did it with my car though.
Did we?
We did it with my Altima. Remember it? The little silver car.
No, I swear we were in a big car. Maybe it was.
Either way, well, I think we did it with Nathan's, but we did it with mine a lot as well. So when you drive up onto it, you have to hit the e-brake because
Yeah.
if not, the wheels are just gonna spin.
Yep.
Yeah.
You hit the e-brake and then you just
Dude,
it's so
oh
sick.
my gosh.
So much fun.
Yeah, it was that was when you were on your mission.
I'm just trying to think how that would even work. That sounds.
It
sounds
was kind of
awesome.
dangerous because
You
like they
guys
have
are
light poles and
stupid.
shit in those parking lots.
Oh yeah, for
Dude,
sure.
Like I'm pretty sure we came close to
Yeah.
clipping a light pole
It
once or
was, it was
twice.
crazy.
But that was a ton of
That
Wow.
was it was weird though. Like I said, it was totally like, yeah, we're gonna go to McDonald's, and then they're like,
And you didn't tell them what
And
was
they're like,
going on.
fun. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember.
they're like, grab the trays, and I'm like, why are we grabbing the trays?
What are we doing, guys?
Ben starts crying. I don't want the trays.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, that's
Dude, that's
it's
a
a
good
good
one.
memory.
That is a good memory. That was awesome.
All right, now you got to tell the other story that you brought up earlier. Too,
Yeah, that because I don't remember that one at
because
all.
I really
Okay,
want to
so
hear
we,
it.
we spent a lot of time at Nathan's house, right?
When I used to live there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. You lived in the basement. We played Far Cry 4.
Oh,
Dude, that's a
In the
good
basement.
one.
Such a good game.
Yeah.
I gotta whip that game out again.
That's
It's
a
so
good
fun.
game.
Yeah.
Mm.
But we there was one day where we were playing that one game, Fibbage.
Oh
You
yeah.
remember
yeah, okay.
Fibbage?
Yeah,
Or-
yeah.
Yeah, it was Fibbage. So we
Yeah.
were playing Fibbage in his living room upstairs, and then we were watching this Fast and Furious parody movie. What's it called?
I forgot.
I can't remember, but we were watching that for a while, and then Nathan left to go pick someone up, drop his girlfriend
Yeah,
off.
he went to go drop his girlfriend off.
And while he was gone, this kid thought it'd be funny to go into the bathroom and pee in his sink.
Yeah, he was pissed in the bathroom sink.
So he
I do remember this.
peed in the bathroom sink, and we all kind of just laughed, but we were kind of like, what
He's
the-
not actually gonna do
We
it.
were, yeah, and we didn't go in there and watch him do it, so
No,
we
of
weren't
course not.
sure. And then he came out. He's like, "Dude, I just peed in the sink." Oh, okay, nice.
Okay.
And then, so the night went on, and then later when Nathan came home, he's like, I can't remember how he figured it out. I think he went in there and
There's
he's
like piss around the sink.
He's
or
like, why
something.
is there piss on the sink? And the kid's like, and we're all kind of sitting there like awkward.
I don't know.
We're sitting there all awkward, and then I can't remember if the kid said it or if
One of us
someone else
it.
said it. Yeah, but it came out that he peed in the sink.
Nathan
And
got pissed,
Nathan
too.
was like, "Go, you leave. Everyone needs to leave right now." And like I didn't expect that. Like,
Yeah.
of course you're gonna get mad.
Yeah.
Like, but he like the fun was over right
Yeah.
then. It's like,
Playtime was over.
he's like everyone needs to leave right now. And he's like, Ben, why? He was talking to me. He's like, Ben, why would you let him do that?
Because Ben's the responsible one here, right?
Yeah, he didn't really say that to me. I was an evasion technique.
Ben,
But he's like,
why did you let this happen?
anyways. So yeah, end of story.
Dude, that kid.
He just peed in the sink.
That kid is nuts now.
Yeah,
Oh, he's ridiculous.
Sounds like he was nuts then, too.
Oh, for sure.
I'm friends with him on Xbox still.
Are you actually?
Yeah,
Did he actually like get on and talk to you right now?
I've never talked to him, but he added me when we were hanging out back then.
And you're still just friends with him on
And
Xbox?
yeah, I just
Dude, he's wild.
that's
Like-
what I've heard.
Dude, I got to go through and delete some of my friends on Xbox. I have so many. And do you remember when we used to play with the Keneally boys?
On Titanfall, is that what it was?
I don't remember if it was Titanfall or
It was
if it was
Black
Black
Ops
Ops
2.
2.
It was probably both.
There was
But
this,
yeah, I do.
just this random account, right?
Yeah.
Ben and I were playing on Black Ops one day, and we were like taking turns doing weird voices on the headset while we were playing. It must have come from like Rooster Teeth, watching Rooster Teeth or something, you know? And so we were just like messing with people, like playing Xbox. And there was this kid, he sounded like he was 10, right? And he's like, you can't beat me. You should 1v1 me right now.
Oh my gosh.
And I think we did, and we beat
Dude,
him.
I
a
was so
bunch.
good at Black Ops 2. There's no way we lost.
We wrecked him like over and over and over again. And I remember like we added him, and every time that we got on Black Ops 2, he would like message us, "Hey, what's up? You want to play? Like, let's play."
Yeah.
And I think at first we had like a British accent or something, and we kept it up for a while.
Yeah.
We had this British accent, and then finally, I guess I don't even remember. We just talked to him about like tons of stuff.
Yeah.
Like life problems or something.
Yeah,
He-
he was like,
it was
"Oh,
like-
where you guys live?"
He
"Oh,
became
we
kind of a
live
friend.
here." Yeah,
I like those Xbox friends though.
Yeah.
We've had a couple. We had the other one I was thinking of. I can't remember his name, but Titanfall Teamwork.
Titanfall teamwork.
We got
that
in a
guy
match
was
with this
chill.
guy, and he was chill. And every time something good would happen to our team in Titanfall, we'd yell Titanfall Teamwork. He'd be like,
Yeah, Titanfall teamwork.
and,
Yeah.
and you'd get online, and he'd send you a message, and in chat, and he'd say, "Titanfall Teamwork?" ?
Yeah.
You want to play?
Dude, there was this one kid. I don't know how, because I hardly ever play video games online.
Yeah.
New Call of Duty is like the first since I got my PS4 that I played Call of Duty online. But
Yeah.
somehow I became friends with this kid, and like he friended me on Facebook and everything. Like, and at some point after like we were talking for a while, I was like, God, this kid's fucking annoying. Like, I can't stand talking to this kid anymore.
Yep.
So I finally just like, I haven't messaged him. He'll message me every once in a while, like, "Hey, dude, how's it going? You want to play XO game, whatever we were playing before?"
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I don't even own that game anymore. Like, I just cannot stand talking to this, because like every time I hear him in the headset, he's like, I'm pretty sure he's like my age,
Uh-huh.
but
Yeah.
he's screechy, he's loud. Like, gosh, it's just annoying,
This
dude.
guy. Yeah,
Oh, that's
it's
hilarious.
weird how that goes because you don't actually know the person personally. So
Yeah.
one thing, if one day they make you if they bug you or get on your nerves just a little bit, there's no connection to them. So it can be
Yeah.
like, that's it. That's the
Great,
end of the
we're
friendship.
done. Yeah.
Like I've had so many online friends like that where it's like, okay, well, that's it. I mean,
What a weird social thing
Oh,
that
yeah.
like has
Dude, I
only
do that with
happened
people in real
because
life.
of this, like because of video games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like 20 years ago, they wouldn't be talking about this
No
at
way.
all. They'd be like, no, we don't talk to strangers online.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
oh yeah,
You know what
It's
I
like,
mean?
Don't
Like,
talk to strangers online. But
Yeah.
I've
They're
met some really
scary.
cool guys online. Or were they guys?
You never know.
All right, what's next? What we got?
Oh, let me see. We've got
I think I edited the list a little bit. There might be some other stuff on there. Did you guys hear?
what?
PewDiePie's back.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah, didn't he post something like yesterday?
He posted something
was
last night
like,
and this morning.
oh, really? And he's
Yeah.
like, tomorrow I'm coming back, or
No, it was just a video. Like, he just jumped right into it, like memes, whatever it is. Last week I asked you to upload or whatever
Yeah.
to his like subreddit. Came back. It was
Oh.
awesome.
that's sick.
How long has
Yeah.
it been gone?
It's a whole month.
Yeah,
Damn.
he just took a break.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
Get the
Of
hell out of
PewDiePie?
my apartment.
Why?
He just annoys me. And
His newer stuff, I feel. When's the last time you watched him?
it's been a long time. It's
Like when he
kind of when
first
he was
started,
getting
or-
big is when I started watching him,
Yeah.
and some of his stuff is really funny. Like I'll give him that, but it's just he's way too high energy and
He's gotten old. and I think he's just tired of YouTube at this point.
Yeah.
So he's calmed down quite a because there's not a single episode that I'll watch now that I'll be like, damn, because I know what you're talking about. Because like when he was like in his beginning YouTube days and becoming like bigger and bigger, but playing Amnesia and stuff like that, I was like, damn, this is annoying. That's why I just can't watch
Yeah,
it.
it drove me nuts.
Over the last couple of
Or
years,
Happy Wheels, dude.
Some of his Happy Wheels videos were funny.
but like I thoroughly enjoy watching him play Minecraft for some reason.
All right.
No idea why.
Maybe
It's
I'll
just
check
much
him
fun to
out.
watch.
Maybe I'll check him out because
Yeah.
I am in need of new YouTube content.
But like that poor dude, like he's losing all of his revenue, takes a
Yeah.
break, and then it's finally like, you know what, I'll just come back and do it anyways.
Yeah.
There's no way he makes any money from YouTube right now.
No, they
Man, YouTube.
the way they've
They're
done
totally screwing everybody over.
the way they've gone with it is interesting to say the least. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah.
Something will probably happen.
I'm hoping there's either a competitor or something good comes out.
Yeah, like you guys were talking about the other day. I
Mhm.
mean,
Yeah.
the
An avid listener right here.
yeah.
He's listening to all of them.
Well,
man.
of course, I got to do my homework.
Yeah.
I don't want
Yeah.
to, like you guys said at the start of the episode, I'm a special guest. I didn't want to just be a guest.
Yeah, I wanna be
okay,
a
I'm a
special-
special guest.
Yeah.
So if you have another guest in the future, they better just be guests.
Speak.
Yeah, we had a special guest before, so you'll just be guest.
Just be-
Welcome.
Yeah. Welcome.
You'll be guest one.
Anyways, you're gonna stay here for. Dude, so speaking of YouTube,
Yeah.
prank videos suck ass.
Okay, yeah. Explain this to
So,
me.
you know
What's your
those-
vendetta against prank videos?
Not even like
Some of them are so funny.
like real prank videos. I'm down for. Like if it's an
Okay.
actual like real prank.
Yeah.
But these ones like I make out with moms in public prank.
Oh.
Like,
Oh yeah, they're stupid.
what?
Okay.
Who are you pranking? Their
Okay.
kids?
Have
You're
you-
scarring them for life. Yeah, good job. Like,
Have you seen the Twins TV? Have you seen Twins TV?
I haven't either. What is it?
Dude, they just prank people. They have like ones where they'll go into bathroom stalls and they'll be like, oh my gosh, and then they'll shoot like chocolate under the
I can see
edge
it.
of the
Watch
stall.
that.
and I can be down for that. That's an actual real
Dude, it's
prank.
so funny.
But the dudes that like make out with chicks
Yeah.
in front of their kids
Yeah,
in
that's
public,
stupid.
like, who the hell are you? Who's this for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why like most prank videos, like you see these other like come up YouTubers like hype beast kids, right? And
Yeah.
they'll make prank videos like prank I'm cheating on my girlfriend. Like, oh great, you're emotionally
Yep.
scarring this poor girl.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, good job.
Great
That's a
prank, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's for 12-year-old kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for kids who also want to be hype beasts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but you know, those videos do bother me, but it shows how versatile YouTube is compared to maybe television. It's anyone can make content
Literally
for
anyone.
any audience. And it's a double-edged sword. Sometimes it can be really inappropriate in a bad way, because inappropriate can be funny.
Yeah.
But sometimes it can be really inappropriate in not a funny way.
Yeah.
And some people will like it still. So I mean, it's a lot of versatility. It's kind of cool. But yeah, that's
No, I mean I like YouTube's platform. I think it's great because like you said, anybody can make any content they want.
Yep.
Basically, right? I just hate the people who make shitty content.
yeah.
Yeah.
If I don't like it, it's not good. I'm just kidding. But no, I totally agree. I have the same opinion.
That's the thing is like you say those like prank videos are for like those 12-year-olds who want to be hype beasts too.
Yeah.
Like, how do
Yeah.
they look at that and be like, oh, he just got
I
her. That was
know.
so good. Like,
Well, because they're super impressionable.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
And it's kind of screwed up to make a kid think that way. But
Yeah.
I mean, because usually it's a 17, 18-year-old who makes those type of videos.
Yeah.
And it's not setting a great example,
No.
maybe for lack of a better word.
How long we been going?
I'm not sure. I
40
think
minutes?
the video will say.
Sorry, I keep dragging
Better.
on. Do you
No,
want me to
you're
go
good.
check the video?
Yeah.
I got it.
Check it out. See what it says.
Nope, my eyes are not good enough.
Okay, Ben's got it. How long does it say? Oh, sweet.
We got plenty
I
of
was worried. I
time.
was like, damn, it feels like it's been a while. But we got time. We're good. We're good. We'll go for another probably 40 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we've talked a lot about video games. We want to talk about more video games, or
No.
we want to talk
Oh,
about?
I do have one question.
What?
Sure.
I probably should have talked about this to you guys before. But that Motley Crue, Def Leppard,
Uh-huh.
Joan Jett thing, is it still a thing?
That's legit.
I knew it was legit. But I just bought tickets the other day for
To-
October 15th to Def Leppard and ZZ Top. So I don't know if that's a next year thing or if it.
You bought tickets for October in 2021.
No, I'm talking. I'm talking about.
I thought it was supposed to start this summer, right?
That's what I thought
so
too.
too.
But this October,
Interesting.
Def Leppard is playing with ZZ
You
Top.
got your
That's
laptop
all.
there. Let's check it out. Because I feel like that would actually.
It's interesting because it's interesting because I totally thought it was a thing.
I thought-
I
yeah.
remember it getting announced.
I
and
haven't
was
looked
excited
at
for
any,
it.
which I probably should keep up with it, especially if we're going to update it on the podcast every once in a while. I haven't looked into it at all since we talked about it last.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Vince
Just because
Neil,
I don't necessarily, I want to go, but I don't want to pay the $400 or $500 ticket
Yeah.
charge.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Vince Neil, yeah, that's right here. Motley Crue and Def Leppard.
Yeah.
Does it say what date the tickets are for?
Let's see. This is Vivid Seats. Motley Crue, Def Leppard, Poison. Gosh, why? Sorry. But yeah, I mean,
That's super weird for
it's
October.
really weird.
Well,
these are
does
looking
Def
like
Leppard enter the
June.
tour later then? Or do they leave the tour early?
Maybe they, or the tour ends. But why would they go on 2 tours?
They would go for 2 cities and then bounce.
I don't know. I can't.
Well, I
find-
mean, this might be, like, Def Leppard might be continuing on their tour.
They might have canceled their. I think they canceled the Salt Lake show. It says
Oh, really?
they have nothing near Salt Lake City.
Maybe they scaled it back.
They might
Yeah,
have
maybe. They're all old. Like, I mean,
They
it's going to
are.
happen.
because it looks like
They
it's
don't want to break a hip.
it's
on
running
their
from the
way.
first week of
On the way out
June
to stage.
until September 5th.
Oh, so that's, yeah, so Def Leppard's probably just continuing on their tour.
Yeah,
That's probably
that's
what
exactly
you
it.
got. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Damn, they're touring for a long time.
sucks that they aren't coming here, but it was expensive when.
Yeah, I mean, the nearest show I could find outside of Salt Lake was like Denver or San Diego or something, and it's still like $300 to $400 for nosebleed
Dude,
seats.
I went to a show in San Diego this summer, and it was at San Diego State University.
Yeah,
That amphitheater that they've got there is
It's sick.
sick.
that's awesome.
It's awesome. I mean, it doesn't have a lot of seats, so it's for kind of smaller shows. Otherwise, you're not gonna get tickets.
Right.
But their concessions were like reasonable price. You could get,
Huh.
I mean, a hot dog, chips, and a beer for $6. Not that I drink beer, but
I think you just outed yourself on the internet. I don't
but
care.
yeah, that was cool. So
$6?
yeah,
That's unheard of, dude. I've never heard
was
of that.
crazy.
Usually, a same setup like that is like $30.
Yep.
Yeah.
When you go
It
see
was
a
crazy.
show.
Yeah.
Like
But yeah.
100%.
So I didn't mean to. I mean, I
No,
guess
you're
it gives
good.
an update
I
on the
kinda wanna
first
talk-
episode. 'Cause
I want to talk about, do we have anything going on for music on the list right now?
Not on the list,
Okay, I was
no.
going to say, like, if we have something, I would like to talk about music, but I can't really think
Man,
of
I'm-
anything. Other than I need to
what was that one you
freaking
sent me
buy
the
a
other
house
day?
so I can make music.
You know Primus?
Oh, yes.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, I wanted to talk to you
Oh,
about
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Wait, did I bring this up last time?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think it was in it. You just sent it to me. on the
Primus
Wednesday.
is going on tour, and we've talked about this on the show before, that my favorite band of all time is Rush, right?
Yeah.
Primus is touring with Wolfmother, and the tour is going to be a tribute to Kings, okay?
Okay.
Primus is going to play the entirety of Rush's A Farewell to Kings album at each show.
Dude.
Now, I guess they did this a couple years ago with Pink Floyd's Animals.
That's
And
dope.
Primus was saying that they had such a good time with that. Like, they learned a whole nother band's set, right? Because these are the bands that made them, right?
Yeah.
And Primus toured with Rush back in the day, you know? So,
Yeah.
of course, Rush is like, of course, like, go for it, you know? And they said they were going to do it last year, but with, I mean, the passing of Neil Peart and everything, they said it's even more, like, crucial
just
for
do-
them
yeah.
to go and do this.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Because Rush is like their heroes,
It's-
you know.
it's gonna be
And
cool.
so it's gonna be a
a
sick
dope-
show.
that's dope.
You know Wolfmother? You familiar?
I have no idea. When you said that, I was like, damn, that sounds like a dope.
Dude, I'm sure you've heard Joker and the Thief. They play it.
Probably my imagine.
You have it.
Come on, dude, it's on Guitar Hero.
Oh yeah, Woman
Which
is on Guitar Hero too.
Guitar Hero 2, I didn't play that much.
Wait, what? Which Guitar Hero did you play then?
Guitar Hero
bro.
3, the best one.
The best. We talked about this already.
No, I know, but
Yeah, you think Guitar Hero 1 and 2 are better than 3, but you're
Okay.
wrong.
It's
3
not that
is
they're
superior.
better.
Yeah, no,
it's
no,
just
no.
that they're also awesome.
3, you
Okay,
can
3 is the
battle with
best.
Slash and the Devil
That's
and
true,
Tom
that's dope.
Morello.
Tom Morello.
And it
dude.
had like some of the best
Arm the
songs.
Homeless. Dude.
I think my favorite, like most memorable song from that is like "The Metal" by Tenacious D. I love
Yeah.
that song.
Oh my
So
gosh,
so
yeah.
fun, dude.
Love that song.
Dude, I want to play
I got a
Guitar
PS2,
Hero
bro.
so bad.
We should go see if we can find some like PS2 gear at Grey Whale. or
I
something.
know we can at that place in
In
Layton.
Layton?
Do you still have those guitars from?
I do. I have.
on the Wii. I
So
remember
no, I
playing
have
the Wii at
Xbox
your
360
place.
No, so,
guitars now.
Ben and I were just at DI one day,
You found
and
some.
we found these Guitar Hero controllers for Xbox 360, right?
Really?
2 of them, and I was like,
That's a rare
dude,
find.
like that's
Yeah.
unheard of nowadays.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we bought them, obviously.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
It doesn't
$2.
matter if they don't work, you know. And so we bought them, and I think we went to a couple other DIs to see what we could find, and I think we found another one. So we had 3,
Damn.
Yeah.
okay, and I think we got 2 of them to work well, and
Yeah.
the third one didn't work very well. The only problem is star power doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Oh,
And then
that
you need
sucks.
star
You have
power
to press like
sometimes.
this.
Yeah, you
the
literally need
special
it.
button, right? You have
you're-
to press like
You have to press it
select.
instead of
Yeah.
like
If you're
jerking it.
If you're in the middle of a
if you're trying to
solo,
play One by Metallica, you need that star
Oh,
power for the
yeah.
hand.
need it, dude. Yeah.
For sure.
And so yeah, we got these, and then we went to all these different game stores, like used game
Just
stores,
trying
to
to
try and
find
find any Guitar Hero games for Xbox 360.
We
I
found
think we got
3.
one that had 1 and 2,
Uh-huh.
and we got Guitar Hero 3. I think we got 2 copies of it
We got
just to be
Rocks the
safe.
80s.
Just to be safe.
We got Rocks the 80s and
See, I've never
Guitar
played
Hero
that one.
Aerosmith and Metallica.
I remember Aerosmith very like I remember
Aerosmith was sick.
there was like this
Yeah.
like family party we went to when I was like probably like 10 or 11.
Yeah.
And I was just bored as hell, but my dad made me bring the PlayStation and Guitar Hero. But the only one I brought was Aerosmith, and I was like, damn it! Like I was so mad.
I like Aerosmith, but it's not.
it's not as fun as the other
Yeah.
ones.
It's true, yeah.
I
Because like I after a while I was like, fuck, Aerosmith is like this is boring now. Like, I played so many Aerosmith
Yeah.
songs.
It's mostly Aerosmith
Yeah.
on that
Yeah.
one. I mean, they have a little bit of other stuff, but
Yeah.
it's mostly
Yeah, you play
Aerosmith.
like 2 songs in each set by
And then
by different
Aerosmith.
bands, and then
Yeah,
2 songs by Aerosmith, and then the encore by Aerosmith.
yeah,
Yeah.
But the Run DMC Walk This Way,
That one was fun.
cool.
yeah.
But isn't that also on Guitar Hero 3?
No, the Aerosmith song Guitar Hero 3 is Same Old Song and Dance.
Yeah, that's right. Dude, Guitar Hero 3.
That's where it's at,
What
bro.
legendary, dude.
I remember playing that at like 6 o'clock in the morning, like on Saturdays when I'd go over to my dad's house. 6 o'clock in the morning, he just hears like from the bedroom, and he like comes in, he's like, "Shut the hell up! Your stepmom's still sleeping." Like, he gets so mad.
That's the only game, I mean modern game that my dad ever got into. Like we'd play it when he'd get home from work for a couple hours, and then I'd go to bed because it was my bedtime, and I'd be laying in bed, and I'd for 2 more hours. And it's just like my
Same.
dad.
Same for me,
Yeah.
because the way that my family got a PlayStation 2, this
I
is so
remember
messed
this.
up thinking about it now, is that my dad had this friend at work, and her son was like being a dick or something. I don't even know.
And she just gave away.
And she took away his PlayStation 2 and all of his games and gave it to my family.
It's a lot of
Dude, that
games.
sucks.
There were a lot of games.
Oh my
dude.
gosh.
And so we got Guitar Hero for it. Well, no, it came with Guitar Hero too. That poor kid, man. I feel so bad
Yeah.
now, but I don't care because I got to play Guitar
I think
Hero.
the only time my dad and my stepmom would play Guitar Hero with us is they were like drunk as hell.
Yeah.
like get super lit on a Friday or Saturday night and be like, hey, bring the PlayStation out. And we were all just playing Guitar Hero in the living room. That was a lot of fun.
That's
But they
sick.
just like, they're playing on like easy and they're so
Yeah.
drunk they're missing notes.
Well, that's the thing. My dad would play too, and I remember when we first got it, I was like, sick. Like I get to fall asleep listening to like cool rock
Yeah.
music,
But you
you
fall
know.
asleep like-
But all you hear is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't hear any of the music at
Yeah.
all.
I remember my dad he had to get like a wrist brace because of the way that he was holding the guitar.
I thought
like,
you could just because he was
was
playing
messing-
so
It
much.
was messing up his wrist.
He was getting carpal tunnel.
and so like he had to get a brace while he was playing
funny.
so that he could.
Jeez.
Because I
Crazy.
think my dad
That's
has
a
had
dedicated
carpal
player.
tunnel before. He has
Oh,
like
really?
scars from where it's been like dug out.
Oof.
But yeah, like, and I remember my dad would always get mad because he would like play all the time, right? And then I'd get home and play, and I'd be as good as him, and he'd be like, "How are you freaking doing that?"
I've had carpal tunnel before.
I'm young, my wrists are young and spry.
Think about this. Imagine if, you know, the carpool lane.
Yeah.
Imagine if there was a tunnel that the carpool lane went through.
Get the hell out.
Carpool
It'd be
tunnel.
carpool tunnel.
That was so stupid.
So I'll be here all week.
I'll be here all week, folks. Thank you very much.
Dude, that reminds me of like when we were younger, like your weird ass sense of humor that you have.
Oh,
or
yeah.
you still have clearly.
Yeah.
Like just like sitting there like talking about stuff and like, hey, isn't that cool, Ben? What? No, I asked you, isn't that cool? What?
What'd you say?
Like, yeah, so goddamn annoying.
I piss people off.
And he do it on purpose.
Oh, all the
just
time.
to get a reaction.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah, you can ask my wife about that. Now she has to live with it.
That's awesome. All right,
That
what's next?
is
What we got?
freaking funny. Let's see. We've got a ton of video game stuff. I'm just gonna jump into it here. Actually, I'm gonna share a story. I'm gonna switch the mood a little bit here because mostly I've shared funny stories, right?
Uh-oh.
This one's a little sad.
Welcome to the racist hour. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's not racist. It's sad. Okay. Well,
Racism is sad.
Yeah,
and
Preston.
no, that's true.
How
Racism is
insensitive.
sad. Okay, I get it.
well, at first you said no, it's not. So you know what?
All right. Anyways, go on.
No, and Ben will remember this story vividly because he was there for this particular story. Okay, it's so sad.
Did someone die?
I'm
in front of
scared.
No,
Did
no
someone
one
have a
died in
se-
front of me.
you? Did someone have a seizure and you kept eating cookies?
We talked about that last week. It's so funny.
Yeah, that was so funny. You didn't?
It's not posted yet.
Oh yeah, it's not posted yet. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay.
So
We
good.
just
It'll be
talked about it on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, here's how it went down, all right? And if I've told this story already, they're all running together in my brain, but
Right.
I don't think I have. So for Christmas, I think it was junior year in high school, I got a Nintendo 3DS
Hell yeah.
XL, okay?
Hell yeah.
Not just any, it was the 3DS XL limited edition Link Between Worlds edition, right?
Jeez.
So it was black on the bottom and gold on the top, and there was the Triforce on it. It was so cool. And I had been wanting one for so long because
Yeah.
Ben had like 3 because he was rich. And he
He
had
was
like all these
rich.
limited edition ones. And I was like, dude, I've got to get a 3DS so I can play these games with Ben, right?
Hey Ben, can you make sure yours is still recording? Go ahead, Preston. Like it's on the other side. I just want to
And
make sure.
I was looking at these things
Okay.
like, I got this for Christmas, okay? And Christmas break was 2 weeks long after Christmas, right?
Right.
Or something like that. And I played that 3DS to death, okay? I had Fire Emblem Awakening, which
I
was
don't know what any of this
a
is.
sick game. Well, you're not a Nintendo
Yeah,
guy.
you're-
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Oh, we also have to
so-
get into that in the next couple of minutes.
Yeah,
too.
we'll get into that too. But the thing is I had this 3DS, I had Fire Emblem Awakening, I had Link Between Worlds, and I was like 150%ing Link Between Worlds, right? I was getting like all the secret stuff and like taking my time with it. And Ben had been telling me how awesome the ending of this game was, right? And
He
so
still
I was,
hasn't finished the
No,
game.
shut up, dude. I'm getting into it.
We still can't
So-
talk about the end.
So Ben was like, dude, the ending is so cool. Like, you got to see it. And I was like, okay, all right, I'll finish it, right? And so winter break ends. I've beaten Fire Emblem Awakening at this point, like twice, I think. I played so much. And I was almost done with Link Between Worlds. I had like one more boss fight, and I was going to finish it, okay? And I took my Nintendo 3DS to school, obviously, because it has Street Pass, where if you pass people that also have 3DSs, you get cool stuff in the game. And I was playing it like at lunch. I was playing it like in between like things and like class, and it was awesome, okay?
Do you remember that year when we had freezing rain?
Yes.
This is that
Yes.
week.
Okay, so I'm walking outside to go home, okay?
Ooh.
And my 3DS is in my backpack, and I'm walking, and it's out Davis, right?
Yeah.
Out the back. And there was this thick layer of ice that they just hadn't touched, right?
Right.
No salt, nothing, okay?
Oh shit.
So I'm walking on this, right? la 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 la, like excited to get home and play my 3DS some more, you know.
Yeah.
And I step on the ice and whoo, I get
Ooh,
whisked,
dude.
thrown onto my back. Okay, I just fall so hard, and I remember like I fell and like I hit my head a little bit, but I was like, oh gosh, like I'm good. And I think Ben was walking with me. Right?
I was
He like, are you good, bro? Are you good, man? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And I got up and we got in the car and I pulled out my 3DS to start playing it in the car, obviously, and the entire top screen is just black, okay, and it's got this giant crack running through it,
dude.
and I was like, no, and I like closed it and opened it again, same thing, closed it, opened it again. I was in denial, right?
I was like, yeah, that's gonna work. Do it one more time.
Frick, like I broke my 3DS, and so like we were driving home, and I'm like holding back tears, dude. Like I was so pissed at myself.
Shit.
And I get home, and I like show my parents, and I was like, look, like, is there anything we can do? Like, can we fix it? Does it have a warranty? Like anything,
Yeah.
you know? I only had it for 2 weeks.
Damn.
And so like we called GameStop, and they were like, no. And I called Nintendo, and I was like, what can we do? They were like, you can send it to us and we can fix it for like $300. And
Just
I
buy
was
a new
like,
one.
I was like, frick me, like I gotta have like the limited edition
Yeah.
Zelda one
Yeah.
that I got, you know? And we weren't able to figure it out. And my parents didn't have enough
That's
at
why
the
he's
time
never finished the
to
game. That's why you
replace
were
it.
laughing so hard,
And
dude.
I've never finished it. And
Dude, that sucks
Can
so
we,
bad.
Can we take 2 steps back though?
sure.
All right. You said I was rich. I say I had.
He's defending
I
himself.
say I had no self-control. It was like
Okay.
I can have gas money to drive to work, or I can just bum a ride and buy this DS.
Yeah.
You know?
Another
Self-control.
3DS.
A little bit different.
Jeez.
And then another thing about that DS. This is kind of funny if you've ever seen Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It is the exact. There's one episode where he's like, I just bought all these limited edition 3DSs at Target. Like, they're on sale. Go get them now. He's got like a stack of them. It's the same DS that he had. It's the same box and everything.
No way.
I know it because I.
edition, Link Between Worlds 1.
Yep.
Morty,
And it
we
has,
got it.
The box is animated the same as the
Oh my
boxes.
gosh.
I have the box at my
That's
house.
actually really cool.
It
So
was really
funny,
cool.
dude.
I saw it and
Cool
I'm like,
detail.
I have that box
That's
at
the
my house.
Rick. Is it Rick Roll? Or the one with all the people in it? Where they're trying to figure
the
out who's
hilarious
real.
one, yeah. It's
Have you seen it, Dom?
I mean, I've seen the episodes. I just don't know what they're
The
called.
Oh,
one
okay.
it's the one where it's a parasite that creates memories in your brain.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah,
classy.
yeah.
And one of
okay.
the memories is him on Black Friday with all the 3DSs and someone sitting on the couch that's an imposter.
And everybody's
Oh
like,
my
oh, yeah, that sounds like you.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
so funny.
But
Oh.
yeah, I just had to
That's awesome.
I had to add those 2 things. I've been dying since you started that story to
Yeah.
add both of those.
Oh.
Okay, so now that we've talked about, we've gotten into video games a little bit, Preston has let me know that you're a pretty avid Nintendo player.
Yes.
I like PlayStation, and Preston is an Xbox guy. We're going to do a little console comparison
Okay.
here in the next couple minutes.
Well,
Okay.
that's not fair for you guys because you obviously have the inferior consoles, but
Get that
we can
out.
try it. I'm just kidding.
Inferior consoles with yours a 64 gigabyte memory.
Well, one has Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey, and the other 2 don't. So
See, these aren't even like. See, Breath of the Wild like looks really cool.
it's one of
Never
the most
played it.
amazing games of all time.
And the Switch doesn't have enough games on it right now for me to justify getting it. That's where I've been. That's where I'm going to stay for a while.
Ben just
Just
had
a heavy eye roll
huge
there.
Eye roll. Huge.
It's
eye
all
roll.
preference, though. You say that, and obviously it's true for you. I mean, otherwise you would have bought it. So
Exactly. See, but I didn't grow up playing
Yep,
Zelda.
Yep.
I like some of the Mario games.
Mhm.
Never played Odyssey, so I wouldn't know if this next one is good or not. There's not a ton of games on the Switch that justifies it for me. Like
Yep.
the PlayStation, dude. I am an avid PlayStation.
They got
guy
some good
because,
games.
They've got some really
Yeah.
good exclusive games.
Speaking of, are you gonna lend me God of War? Do you have a disc?
I do have a disc.
Are you gonna lend it to me?
Do you have a PlayStation?
I do.
Oh, I thought you were gonna like, no, I don't.
No,
but
I-
I'd like the disc.
I've got a PlayStation, and I can't find God of War anywhere. It's
Really?
weird. Like, I was looking into buying it, and then instead I bought The Last of Us, and played through that.
Which is actually also a really good game.
Awesome.
Mhm.
But God of War was at Walmart when I bought The Last of Us, and it was at a bunch of different places because every time I go into a place, I'm like, this is the game I want. But I don't buy it because I'm just waiting. But then as soon as I was ready to buy it, they don't have it at Best Buy. They don't have it at Walmart. And maybe I'm just missing it.
This is what I did. When it first came out, because this is what I do with all of my games. If I like them, I keep them. If I don't, I return them. I go to Redbox.
I heard you saying that. In
Yes,
that
and I'll
Mark.
rent it.
Yeah.
Because you pay $3 for 2 days, right?
Yeah.
And I'll play it first couple of days, and if I absolutely love it, I'm going to keep it. That's what I did with Call of Duty. That's what I do with God of War.
It's a good way to do it.
It is, because guess what? They don't charge you the full $60. dollars.
The problem is I game share with someone else, so I want to buy my games digitally,
Gotcha.
so we can both have them. And then if I buy one, then he'll buy one later. And
So you just complain about not being able to
But-
find God of War.
Well,
You can
I-
buy it digitally.
But not with
no, he doesn't have a
PlayStation.
PlayStation. I'm talking about on
That's with
Xbox.
Xbox.
Gotcha,
And
okay.
that is a huge reason why I think Xbox is great. But we can get into that in just a minute.
But yes, if you'd like to borrow God of War,
Okay.
you can.
I should ask that before
I was
or
like,
after,
actually,
but
so when you mentioned that, when you said that, I was like, because today I was thinking very, very hard that after you guys leave, I'm gonna kick on some God of War.
Oh, well,
But now,
go
no,
ahead.
no. But now that like, if you want to borrow it, it's totally fine. Like,
I
it's good.
do want to play that game.
Yeah,
really bad.
you're totally
Cool.
free to
Cool.
borrow it for a little bit.
Cool.
But no, dude, that's hands down one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah.
So good.
Have you played Horizon Zero Dawn?
I haven't. I heard that one's a good one though too.
I have a friend at work who this week he highly recommended it. He said like I need to play it.
What is it?
It's the one where you're the redhead chick.
Post-apocalyptic.
I told you,
Yeah.
bro. I told
Horizon.
you. Yeah.
We were I told you the name. It's Horizon Zero
Yeah, I
Dawn.
remember you guys talking about it.
Yeah.
On the podcast, was that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, I don't know.
She has red hair and she kills
With a bow and
mechanical
arrow.
dinosaurs
Yes.
Yeah.
with a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of good things about that one.
Yeah.
When Matthew, before he went on his mission, he played that game so much. Another one he liked was Sekiro. I've heard that one's super
Dude,
good.
I've been wanting to play that one.
I'm always so tempted
Shadows
to buy
Die
those
Twice,
stupid
dude.
games, and then
But-
when I buy them, I'm like,
Exactly. We were talking about this. It's not that I
Dark
hate them.
Souls-esque.
It's that I'm afraid of those games. I'm
Yes.
afraid of my controller going through the window or my hand going through the TV.
yeah.
So I'm afraid of the financial damage.
dude.
in the
Even
long run.
I've been playing Madden this week, and
Ew.
I've almost broke my controller multiple times. I mean,
I haven't heard someone actually say like, yeah, I was sitting down and playing Madden. I haven't heard that since like the PS2.
I'm
was
well
launched.
rounded. Okay.
He is. He's a jack of all trades. He's got all of the consoles, all the 3DSs.
Yeah.
Gosh. Plays all the. Okay, so what were you talking about? Xbox.
Yeah,
What were you
sorry.
talking about?
So Xbox, one of the things you can do, and I don't know if you can do this on PlayStation or not, but you can game share with someone else, right?
I think you
You
can.
could on PlayStation 3. I know that.
Okay,
I don't
then
know about-
probably on PlayStation.
I haven't
4 you
used
could.
it. I think like which is where you sign into your account on another PlayStation and download the games there, right?
Right. So what it is Xbox. You can make a different Xbox,
Your
your home
home
Xbox,
Xbox, right, yeah, yeah.
And then your friend makes your Xbox their home Xbox, and then you can play their games
As long as
whenever
you're
you
online.
want, as long as you're online,
Yeah.
and they can play your games and their games. So you can both just like trade off who's going to buy
So
the
I
newest
think
game.
I think you can do that with PlayStation. I've never done it. But I think you can.
The thing.
Because he has no friends.
That's exactly true. No friends that have PlayStations until now.
Yeah.
And all my friends are like, dude, Xbox is so much better. But like, I like games for the story, and that's why I like the exclusives. And if I were an avid like online game player, I would probably
Yeah.
buy an Xbox.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it. Either way, I mean, if you're, the Xbox doesn't have the exclusives. It has a couple that are fun. Sea of Thieves is so fun.
Sea of Thieves is
I
sick.
actually want. I've seen gameplay.
It
of
is
that.
so
It looks
fun.
really
We got to download that again and play.
I
it.
have it. We've been playing it lately.
Oh really?
Yeah, they've
I
they've
gotta
added some
download
cool
it.
stuff.
Yeah.
But when you're choosing between an Xbox and a PlayStation, it's probably better to choose the PlayStation because it has everything that Xbox has plus the exclusives.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I mean, Xbox has Halo, which
Right.
is
Which
good.
now you can buy on PC.
Yeah,
That's
At least the
true.
beta's
So
out for
it's-
PC. I don't know if the full release is out
it's
yet.
interesting. At this point, for me at least, it's all about preference. I cannot stand the PlayStation's UI. So
Or the controller.
and the controller.
Really?
I
The
can't
controller's
stand the controller.
tough
And
for me.
It's all
Really?
about whatever you played with first. It's not. It's not about necessarily. They're both good.
Because really, the Xbox controller size hasn't really changed in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gotten a little slimmer, but the PlayStation, I was playing with the PlayStation 2 DualShock 2
Yep.
controller, and then I went to PlayStation 4. I was like, damn, the PlayStation 4 feels so much better than the
It-
than
I
the
agree.
original.
Does,
the
but that
PlayStation
stupid
4
touchpad, man.
Well, the
I didn't
PlayStation 4
understand what it was
controller is
for.
great.
So dumb.
They added into some games for small features, but nothing too crazy.
It's such a, for the lack of a better term, Eastern market tactic. And when I say Eastern,
Welcome back to the racist hour here. No, I'm
Yeah,
just
is that
kidding.
too much?
No,
I-
you're fine. It was just a joke.
but yeah, it's like they
Well, it's
they
to
all
appeal
have
to like the
they all
like
have the-
motion sense,
exactly.
touch, you
It's-
know.
they're trying
But
to be
that's
on the
not what
cutting edge, and that's cool.
But that's not why I'm playing
But
the
you
PlayStation.
see the Microsoft, they tried to do it with Kinect too. So it's not just that, but it's from now on, Xbox is gonna be a lot more conservative with what they do, and Sony has the liberty to take risks and try to be on the cutting edge. And it's I feel like it's the business philosophy of the difference between Western markets and Eastern markets.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I
Maybe
mean,
that's
like,
me.
and the reason I'm glad you bring that up because PlayStation took a huge leap with their VR system,
Yep.
which has been awesome.
Mhm.
I have a couple of friends that have their VR system. Playing Skyrim in VR has been dope. Playing some
So
of their,
sick.
I hear
it's
cool.
so cool. A lot of their VR stuff is really cool. But yeah, the touchpad on the DualShock 4 controller, I thought it's almost useless. Like there's
a waste
some
of
like
space.
The Last of Us. You use it a couple of times in that game.
Yeah.
If you play a Little Big Planet, you use it a lot in those games. But other than that,
Yeah.
What's it for?
It's stupid. I remember in Far Cry 4, you'd be playing and your thumb would barely graze it. While,
and you would go to the map, be like,
Yeah.
immediately.
yeah. Or didn't it bring up a weapon wheel also? If you clicked it, it was the map. And
yeah.
if you rotated around it, it was the weapon wheel. So
you switch weapons
I'd
in
be
the middle of
pushing the
battle.
right stick forward trying to aim something. I'm about to like kill a guy with a bow. And then all of a sudden I have a Molotov in my hand and I throw a Molotov and everyone knows where I am. It's like, but
It's just, I mean, like, there's, like, again, there's some aspects of it that are pretty cool. Like, I do like having, like, some games will use, like, the motion sensor that has it in that controller.
Yeah.
Which that's cool.
yep,
But other than that, like, it's pretty useless. Like, we're not playing the Wii.
yep.
You know, we're not, it's just,
Or the Switch. The
Yeah.
Switch has a lot of pretty cool motion controls
See,
that it
again,
actually
like-
takes advantage of. And I feel like the difference is that you need those exclusives to be able to use
You have to have
that kind
exactly
of
because
stuff.
it's a first party hardware option. It's not
Yes.
standard across all platforms.
Right.
Mhm.
It's a hardware option just standard to your platform. And so the games you make are obviously going to utilize it. But another developer that's not owned by you, maybe they will think of something, but they aren't trying to sell consoles.
right.
They're just trying to make a game that's going to sell on 2 consoles. So it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. They're just catering to consoles that are already sold when
See,
you're a
I think,
developer.
what I'm actually one game that I might buy a Switch for is Animal Crossing.
Animal
Dude, I'm
Crossing.
love
so
those games.
psyched, bro.
So much.
Dude, I'm
Like
so
they're the
excited.
like most simple like grind for your shit games.
Dude, when you
But they're
guys
so
when
fun.
you guys were talking about it on the podcast, you were talking about Animal Crossing on the 3rd episode, I think, or maybe it was the second one. Maybe it was the first one.
Either way.
But you were talking about it, and you guys didn't even make mention of the new one coming out. And I was driving my car, and I'm like, why aren't they talking about the new one?
I
It
think
comes out in a month.
I think we kind of just grazed
Maybe you
past
did,
it.
and I
Because I didn't really mention, because there is a new one coming
Yep.
out, and I'm super excited
Yep.
for it, and I might buy a Switch purely for that game.
that game's gonna be cool.
Because I'm super excited
Dude.
about it.
You can do like, oh sorry,
No, you're good.
you can do like you can decorate your yard, and you can move
Like, there's so many
trees
cool-
around, and it's so much bigger and better
Like
than the last one.
I'm like almost tempted, since you're gonna be taking God of War, to just hook up the Wii and play City Folk,
Oh yeah.
because that's a good
Yeah.
one. I loved that game.
Did
And
you ever
I-
play Wild World on the DS?
I didn't.
That's
I
the
think
best
my sisters, my mom had a DS.
Okay.
For some reason, I didn't
Yeah.
get one. I don't know. I don't remember what the story was for Christmas. It's like
Mm-hmm.
my mom got herself and my sister's DSs.
Wow. And you're like,
I didn't get one.
I guess I'm chopped liver, huh?
Yeah, super weird. I don't remember. I think I might have gotten something cooler.
What's cooler than DS?
Yeah, tell me what's cool with DS.
Like I just don't remember the story, but they had them, but they would play those like weird like Cooking Mama and stupid weird games on
Yeah.
it that meant nothing to anybody, even the developers.
So I haven't played Animal Crossing a whole ton. I did play like Harvest Moon and stuff. That
Harvest
was
Moon's
pretty
cool.
fun. But it's just funny to hear you say stuff like, "Oh my gosh, in the new Animal Crossing, you can move trees, you can decorate your yard," and I'm like, man, that's stuff that I play video games to avoid in real life.
Yeah,
Like,
it's true.
I don't want to do that
That's true.
stuff. That's why I'm playing video games. Like, but it's this cool feature in
Yeah.
the new game.
Yeah.
Like, well, it's like because like in like City Folk and the other ones, you can like plant flowers, you can plant trees and stuff,
Yep.
but you don't have like your own dedicated like yard.
Yep.
You have a house and
That's
stuff,
going
but
to
it's
be
very
cool.
simple. But I guess
Dude.
I'm probably not helping my argument at all.
It's cool because you're a homeowner and I can pretend to be a homeowner.
It's a simulator. Animal Crossing is definitely a simulator game.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
like a very
it's,
dumbed down
It's masked
simulator game.
as not really a simulator game, but
yeah.
if you kind of delve into it, it's a life simulator.
Yeah.
I've been killing it in Minecraft. Like
Oh my
I've
gosh.
been grinding in
Minecraft.
Minecraft, dude.
What do you think of the new update in Minecraft?
You're talking about the Nether one?
Yeah, it
I
hasn't
haven't-
hit yet. It's announced.
I haven't really looked into it very much.
I haven't either.
It's on. You can get the beta on the PC though. I've heard.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. The Nether was always kind of lame, so I guess it's cool.
yeah.
But I still don't know if I'm gonna spend much time in the Nether. I just
You know,
like building cool houses. So
And that's the thing. I never did spend a ton of time in the
Yeah.
Nether because it's like, yeah, you go to the Nether and then
and then
What?
you die, and
And
then
then
you
you
lose
die.
your
like
shit.
you go to the Nether to fight
Consistently
people,
die.
or
Then you die, you
Consecutively.
lose your shit in the lava, and you're like, well, looks like I'm playing a different game today.
yeah.
I'll play a different game for a couple weeks.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
I'll, what I've actually like completely like gone away from survival mode.
yeah.
Don't know why.
I only play survival now. I
See,
used to
I
play
used to
creative.
like when I would play with Matthew a ton.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He and I were killing that game for like 3 or 4 weeks at a time.
Yeah.
But since he's gone on his mission, I have no one to play with
Mm.
because I can't figure out how to do because now you can play cross-platform with Minecraft
Yeah.
as well. And I can't
Better
figure it out.
together.
It's sick.
I can't.
I
We should probably
I
play.
play on my Switch sometimes. I'll be on my Switch playing with my brother on his Xbox.
That's so
Or-
sick.
Wait, can you actually play Minecraft on the Switch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No shit.
And you can play on the DS even.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's on the 3DS.
didn't
I don't
even
know
that.
if the Better Together update came out on the 3DS version,
Yeah.
but you can play it on the 3DS.
But yeah, so
That's so sick. I play on my phone with people that are playing on like
Yeah.
the Xbox.
You can play
or
any
the
any platform
computer.
plays together. It used to be
So-
PlayStation couldn't until just now. It
Yeah,
was just a
Sony
little while ago.
how odd.
Because Sony's like, that'll be dangerous for the children playing PlayStation if we do crossplay. What?
Well,
How?
That was their
doesn't make
excuse.
sense.
And it's like, what? Then you greedy.
You get to
bastards.
be like
Yeah.
like now with cross-platform with Call of Duty. I get to like I hear racial slurs from every platform now. I'm super excited.
That's the reason.
That's the reason.
That's why.
No, but like I've been playing creative, and I've been mobbing around like building castles and like
Yeah.
experimenting with like redstone stuff. So I've been like, I don't know why, because it's like the most
Well, it's
like
cool.
if you analyze like Minecraft and sit down and like that's the most boring shit ever. But for some reason it like draws you in.
Well, it stimulates your brain in a way that other games might not.
Well, here's the thing.
It gets you thinking about your space you're in and how you're going to use the space you're in. So I feel like that's why it draws you in, even though it's so stupid.
Yeah.
It's kind of you're actually thinking, and when you're actually thinking about something so dumb,
Yeah.
your mind just gets lost in it.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
that's
I
it.
think
I
the
don't
thing
know.
that's so cool about Minecraft is like when I was a kid, I played with Legos all the time. I loved Legos, right? So sick. Playing Minecraft, it's like you have an endless supply of Legos that you can just
That's a really good
play
way to
with.
look at it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, 'cause
It's
when-
like,
Yeah.
When you're building Legos, you're like, well, if only I had a piece like this.
yeah,
And in Minecraft, just make that piece.
yeah, just make whatever you want.
What really bothers me is that like if you use like pistons in Minecraft, they only move one square. So I'm trying to figure out how to make like a.
There's
giant-
ways to do it.
But you have to. It's so
Complicated.
yeah.
Yeah.
And to where like I am very impatient already.
Yep.
So then to do that, look it up how to do it,
Yeah.
then do it, execute it, and then execute it poorly. No, not doing it again.
Well, that's where the memes come from that are like the memes that are like the giant monster and then like the little hero
Oh,
off
yeah,
to the
yeah,
side. And I've seen memes that are like the giant monster is like astrophysicists, right? And like the little guy is like redstone engineers, like they're ready to take him on, you know?
That's super
Or it
funny.
reminds me of the memes where it's like, it's the pictures of like some food that was made on Pinterest, and it's posted on Pinterest, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna try it. It looks like I can do this.
Yeah.
And then it shows their version. It's
Yeah.
like the awesome looking one, and then it's like you can do this at home too. And then your version, and it just looks like a pile of shit.
Yeah.
And it's the
That's
same
how I
thing with
feel all the
Minecraft. It's
time.
like, oh well, I saw this on YouTube on Minecraft.
I can do it.
I can
And
do
then
it.
you do it, and you're like, I'm stupid.
Where did
Yeah,
I go wrong?
Exactly. Dude, it gets so frustrating, that game.
Yeah.
Like, and it shouldn't be. It's like one of the easiest games to play ever.
Yeah.
Right? Even the combat is super freaking simple. But when you die in that game, it's like you lose a part of like your soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
That's true.
Because then you have to go pick up all your shit, all the humiliation of like now having to return the area where you died.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pick up all your stuff and then go back to your spawn because you're like, I'm never coming here again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what the funny thing is that I feel like the console debate, which is where we started this conversation.
Yeah, we should probably get
That's
back
that's where I was
into it.
about to
I
go
feel
back
like
to.
the console debate has really cooled off in
Yeah.
the last
It really
couple
has.
years.
It's because
And-
now it's the cross-platform.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. All of these developers are realizing that, people are playing video games so they can play them together,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I feel like people have preferences now as to what they'll buy. Like, I'm an Xbox guy. I'm probably never going to buy a PlayStation over an Xbox. You know what I mean?
Right.
I have all my games on Xbox. I've got all this stuff.
And that's where I'm at with PlayStations. Like, I've got so much shit just like invested into PlayStation. I might not buy an Xbox. I might buy a Switch because there is a game coming out for the Switch that I see worth in buying. But Xbox, like Halo, isn't as fun as it used to be. So there's no point in getting
Halo Infinite looks
that. Does it
so
actually look good?
cool.
Okay.
Dude.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll talk about that in just a second, very briefly.
Okay.
But I agree completely. Like, and I feel like the consumers that already have these game systems are going to like pass that down,
Yeah.
right? Like when I have kids, they're gonna play Xbox.
Yeah.
Like they're not gonna play PlayStation because I'm not gonna buy a PlayStation for them, even if they ask me for one, right? I'm gonna indoctrinate them into Xbox, okay?
And I think I'll probably start out with like a PlayStation 2. Like,
Yeah.
you can play violent games. You just can't tell what's going on because of shitty graphics.
You just can't see any.
Yeah, it's gonna be a triangle-shaped dude.
Yeah.
His
Getting
arms are gonna be like
decapitated.
4 different.
Like a club.
Dad, these graphics suck. Shut up. They were
That's
so
what we had to
good
live
when
with.
they first
This was
came
cutting
out.
edge technology. You don't even know how good this looks.
We talked about voice acting a little bit at the beginning of this, like different sounds and things in video games,
Oh, yeah,
right? For Halo Infinite, I was reading this article, and they had a pug that was in the studio doing different sounds for Halo Infinite. And like you can hear like different clips of the sounds, right? And it's like little snarls and growls, and like it's like,
Oh, for like some like the aliens or something?
well, they're saying that it sounds a lot like the Flood, that the Flood is coming back in Halo
no way.
Infinite.
I have heard that.
Dude, Halo Infinite is going to be like the title game for the new Xbox.
Yep.
The Xbox Project
Oh, I'm sure. Series X or
Scarlet.
whatever.
It's
Right.
Series X is the
Series
name.
X now. It used to be Scarlet. Is going to be like Halo Infinite is going to be like their main thing with that. Like that's what it's going to have coming out.
To be honest, I'm glad PlayStation's kind of stuck with like, hey, PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4. Like,
Yeah, what a stupid
Yeah.
name. What a stupid name.
It's true. Xbox
Series
One.
X. And I got one question for you. If you buy an Xbox Series X, where in the hell do you put that thing? Have you seen
it's
the
huge.
shape?
It's like a tower.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
my entertainment center.
There's no way it would fit in mine.
Mine is the biggest compartment is like that where your PlayStation is.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess I could put it on top behind my TV, but I can't put
Yeah.
it in there.
Now it's like all clunky.
Yeah,
and
and
gross
they don't
looking,
look
right?
like they can lay down. It doesn't look like the type of design that you could
Yeah.
lay sideways.
Well, see, and that's why, like, again, PlayStation, like, they're making theirs, like, a little thicker.
Yeah.
It looks good still.
Yeah.
It's PlayStation
I think it's a cool.
5.
I think it's a cool looking design, the Xbox
Yeah.
One, but
Well, because it's supposed to be, they have to pack everything into that.
Yeah.
And they can't just do that with a typical like Xbox design.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
it's supposed to game like a PC.
Yeah.
So they have to
Yeah.
pack it into
It
that.
looks
So
like
how-
a PC almost. It looks like
Well,
a
yes.
small
It's
PC.
a tower.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they have to pack everything that they need for processing and everything like that into something, and they couldn't just do that with an Xbox design.
Yeah.
So not only do you have to buy the new Xbox, you also have to buy a new entertainment center. That has bigger compartments. so you
Microsoft
can fit
made
that.
Yeah,
entertainment
Microsoft's
centers.
going to start making.
Microsoft brand entertainment
So you can just get the money from both avenues.
The cool thing about it though is, from what I see, all the Xbox One controllers work with the Project
Okay, that's
X.
cool.
That is cool.
I don't know
I
if
like
they're
that.
even going with a new controller. They're just rolling it over.
Well, the controller,
Which,
like,
why
that's
do you need to?
a cool
Yeah,
aspect.
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, that's a
And-
cool aspect to the Xbox
Yep.
One. The controllers are awesome.
And you
Yeah.
can
They're
what you
really
can do is
comfortable.
just do minor revisions every once a year maybe, and change
Yeah.
the controller a little bit, but not like game changing. Because what are you at this point? What more are you going to do with controllers?
You can. Like, there's nothing
Yeah,
else you
exactly.
can do.
It's true. I
VR
feel like we've arrived. They're
Yeah.
already Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like VR is like still Bluetooth controllers.
I mean,
You do basic things with VR.
but maybe that's what they were saying when Nintendo made the Super Nintendo controller that had the the ABXY.
What more can you
They
do?
were probably like, "Oh, what more can you do?" And then Nintendo's like, "Watch this." And they put 3 prongs on the controller and put a joystick, and they're like, "What's this joystick? I like the D-pad more." Because that's how it was
Yeah.
when the what was it, the DualShock 1? What PlayStation controller had the analog sticks
DualShock 2.
too? So
That's when because PlayStation 1 didn't have analog sticks at all.
they did it at the end of their life though.
Well, that's when they came out with the new addition to the PlayStation 1. When the PlayStation 2 came out with analog sticks, you could actually use DualShock 2
On it,
on
yeah.
the
Because
PlayStation.
I remember, I don't remember. I watch a lot of videos on YouTube about the history of all of it. But so Nintendo comes out with the joystick on the Nintendo
Right.
64, and everyone's very skeptical. They're like, "Well, I'm gonna go with the PlayStation. Like that
Yeah.
thing's weird." So they buy the PlayStation. The PlayStation sells better. Then GoldenEye comes out,
Ooh.
and
That's a
And
whole new. Like,
they have the camera,
podcast.
they have the camera buttons, and then people start realizing the potential if there was a second joystick,
Mhm.
how one could control movement and one could control camera. Because Nintendo did it with buttons; they did
Right.
4 camera buttons,
Oh.
and they did 1 for movement. Oh, I think GoldenEye was even you held Z and your guy would hold still, and then you could aim around. I can't remember.
Interesting.
But then the DualShock 2 came out.
Yeah.
And really changed things forever. So I mean, maybe there still is.
Maybe there's some sort of
'Cause-
innovation because like the Wii came out and the motion sensor was super cool.
Yep.
And then the Kinect came out and it tanked.
Yep.
And then motion
Frick the
sensor
Well,
Kinect,
like
the Nin-
and then motion sensor wasn't as cool because of the Kinect. It tanked. And then the Wii U came out and it was the same technology, just shittier.
Yep.
And then the Switch came out where now it's like not so much motion sensor anymore, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's portable. So maybe there's some sort of aspect that we're like, yeah, maybe there is some more innovation for controllers that we just don't know about.
Yeah,
yet.
exactly. But I like the
same
idea of
time-
not having to buy a new controller every generation too.
Yeah, me
so
too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because man, how much do you spend on these controllers?
40, 60 bucks.
Well,
right?
and if you get the elite ones,
the Elite
that-
one,
that
I
we
paid
have, like-
150 for it.
yeah,
Jesus.
And
I paid $80 for mine, and it was old.
there's a new one. Well, the new one just came out, and this
Yeah.
is what leads me to believe all those controllers will work with the new Xbox. Is the new one that just came out, the
Works
Elite
with
Series
Xbox
2?
One.
It works with the Xbox One because it's already out, obviously, and it's going to work with the Series X.
Interesting.
So I don't think they've confirmed it other than just that one controller, but why would they do that? I mean,
Yeah.
it
No, I
looks the
get it.
same as an Xbox One controller, so
Which honestly, I'd be cool if like if you're gonna keep the motion sensor pad, do something with it. Add some more aspects
Yep.
to these games to where it like makes it groundbreaking and cool.
Yep.
Like instead of just like tedious, monotonous crap.
But
throughout
I
the
mean,
game.
what could you do with it? I think that's the problem.
thing is
There's no
there
ideas.
isn't.
The only ideas are tedious, monotonous
Yeah.
ideas. It's too immersion breaking and that was the problem with the Wii U. It's kind of a cool idea. It had potential, but the problem with it is you are constantly taking your eyes off what the main focus of video games are, the TV, to look down at your lap.
Exactly.
And there were some games, and it was mostly just the Nintendo games, because other games would do okay with it. I mean, sometimes they'd have like a inventory or something that was. You didn't have to look at it, and it's something that's gonna break your immersion anyways. It's gonna pause the game anyways. So I mean. But then, like, some Nintendo games, Paper Mario was the last Wii U Nintendo game that came out. And every time you got in a battle, it's like an RPG-style game. Every time you got in a battle, you had to look down at your screen, do the whole battle on your screen, then you take the stylus and you flip your battle choices up onto the screen. And
What the hell?
It's... probably no one just heard me, but... It takes away from everything.
Yeah.
It could have been cool, but there's probably no way to do it.
Exactly. It's the same thing with the motion pad. I would love to be able to use that controller on the PlayStation 5. Guaranteed it's not going to happen. Because they're going to come out with this whole new design and try and revolutionize the controller industry again. It's just not going to work.
Yeah.
Or go away from the motion sensor pad and be able to use your PlayStation 3 controllers on the PS5, which would be cool.
Well, that is something that the Nintendo Switch does very well, especially when you're playing like Breath of the Wild. Like if you get it down, you can get really good at aiming with like the bow with the motion.
Dude,
of
that's
the
right.
It
controller.
is so kick-ass. It is so cool.
You just like hold that down and then you can just go boom, boom, and like zip over and boom, like you got it. It's sick.
That's way cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
What are we at time-wise?
I think we're just about time to
Yeah,
wrap
I think
up
it was
here.
Just about time to wrap it up. Ooh, yep, we're a little over.
Yep, time to wrap it
Yeah,
up.
time to wrap it up. But dude, that was so fun having you on the podcast. That was awesome.
Thanks.
That was a lot of fun.
It was fun to
Yeah,
record.
dude, I think we might need to make you like a regular weekly,
That'd be cool.
just part of the podcast.
That'd be cool.
That would be
Because
awesome.
that was a lot of fun.
That'd be cool.
I liked having just like all three of us.
Yep.
We might have to move it into the spare room when Caroline's home.
Yeah.
But for now, Saturdays she works. So
Awesome.
we're good.
Yeah. Well, it's good to have another opinion.
Yeah,
You know
it
what
was,
I mean?
It was, I mean, because like, don't get me like, it's super fun just doing it us two, but to have another voice, another opinion, also like appeals to a lot of other people as well. So
Awesome.
cool, man.
Yep. Awesome.
Awesome. Well, thanks, and keep growing your weird beards, especially
I
you,
like
Ben.
that.
I'll keep
I like
I'll keep
that.
trying.
Poor excuse for a weird beard.
Your
man.
poor excuse for you just grow on the neck.
It's a
dude,
weird
that
neck
sucks.
beard.
The weird neck beard.
The weird neard.
The weird neard. That's it.
See you
All right,
later,
see
guys.
ya.
Thanks, guys. Bye.